Hello and welcome to another Zenphi tutorial. Today, as you can tell by the title, we're going to be going over how you can automate the process of receiving support requests from your clients and handling them using Google Chat. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. The first step to any Zenphi flow is to set up your trigger, which in Zenphi is the action that initiates your flow. There's different ways that you can start a flow. However, for this example, we're going to be starting our flow with a Zenphi form. This means that whenever a form response is submitted, our flow will automatically run. These forms are able to be embedded on your website, making it really simple for your clients to be able to request support. To be able to set up your form, all you have to do is click on the form trigger, and then we're going to go to our form builder by clicking on this box. You can add as many questions as you want. For this example, I have added 2 fields. One where they're able to indicate what they need assistance with. That way we're able to find the correct employee to help. And then a spot to be able to add as much detail as possible on the issue. Now, to be able to keep track of all of our support tickets, we want to make sure that each one has a unique identifier. So I'm going to be using the GUID generator to be able to generate a support ticket ID. I want to make sure I notify the user that we have received the request for support, so we're going to be using the send email action. This allows you to send an email on behalf of a Gmail account. To be able to set up your connection, all you have to do is click on the plus icon here to create a new connection. This connection can be private or shared, and this is going to grant Zenphi permission to be able to send emails on your behalf. After that, you're able to customize the email. You can change the sender display name, the subject, the body. Feel free to add as much information as you wish. You can even add attachments. Now, depending on what they selected in the form, I want to make sure I route them to the correct employee for help. So what I'm going to be doing is using this very handy switch by value action, and what it's going to do is, depending on what they selected, it's going to follow a different branch. So here where it says input, we're going to click on the chain icon. This is a token picker. It allows us to insert data from previous steps. We can open our form data, select the I need assistance with question, and here I have added the different options that I have set up in the multiple choice section. Then as you can see, each one of the branches has one of these set variable actions. I've created a variable previously up here in the variable section. Simply create new variable. You can give it a name, select a type. Mine is string, and it's called team member email. So what I'm going to do is select the variable from the drop-down in the set variable action. We're going to set the operation to set, and then here you can set the value. That way the correct person gets notified depending on their selection. I'm also going to add their support request to a Zenphi table for safekeeping. This is a table that I have created. I've added a column for the request ID, who requested it, who it was assigned to, the status, submitted on, etc. So using the create record action, I can select the table from the drop-down and then select which fields I want to add. So here I'm just adding the information from each one of the previous steps. Here where it says assign to, we want to get that information from the variables. So clicking on the token picker down at the bottom, it says variables, and we can select the team member email. Now, the last step is the start of the show or Google Chat action. It's very common for these support requests to come through email. However, whenever there's a lot of emails coming through, it can be really easy to be able to lose track of the different requests that are made. Having it in Google Chat makes it easier to be able to be notified, to be able to respond in real time. So this action that we have here is called post message. Simply set up your connection to your Google Chat, and then you can select if you want to post the message via direct message or to a certain space. You can set up the text that you want to add, and then you can choose how you wish to reply. You can even add attachments. Now let's go ahead and do an example. Let's say we need assistance with pricing. We're going to go ahead and submit the request. As you can see, it has gone through all of the different steps. Now if we go to our table, we can refresh. Here we can see who requested, who it was assigned to, the date that was submitted, and the status. And then if we open up Google Chat, this is what the message that the user would receive based on how we configured it. You then can take it one step further, create a different flow to be able to use an action button to be able to close different tickets, work on tickets, receive more information. The possibilities with Zenphi are endless. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them down in the comments section, and check out the rest of our videos to learn how else you can automate other processes in your workspace.